Hello and welcome. By now you're wondering, what is a SunFlex24 daylight controller? It's a system used primarily for breeders to accomplish a multitude of scenarios. Most and foremost, to simulate a adjustable sunrise and sunset of your choosing. The time between 3 minutes and 30 minutes for sunrise, 3 minutes and 45 minutes at sunset. The user automatically selects the sunrise time, selects the sunset time, and the system automatically at those preset times will execute a nature-like sunrise and or sunset. When it's time for breeding, users typically start with a low value of daylight hours, and they artificially increase the number of daylight hours to entice the birds into a breeding mode. Therefore, there is a mode that is called boost. The boost mode allows the user to enter the minimum number of daylight hours that he wishes to start his breeding session, enters the maximum or peak number of hours at the end or peak of his breeding session, and the number of days that he wishes to accomplish that task in. Scenario 1, starting hours 8 hours, ending hours 14 hours, number of days 90 days. When those values are entered, the system automatically calculates the amount of time to add or subtract on a given day to achieve the 14 hours of daylight that the user required. At the end of the timing period that the user specified, the system resorts back to manual mode, keeping the sunrise and sunset time fixed as they were on the last day of the boost mode. It remains in that mode until the breeder wishes to reduce the number of daylight hours. The same scenario applies in reverse. Maximum number of hours to start with, minimum number of hours to end, and the number of days to accomplish this reduction in daylight. Typical scenario, starting hours 14, ending hours 8, number of days 42. The number of days adjustable between 14 days and 180 days. Again, same scenario as the boost mode. At the end of that timing period, the system resorts back to manual mode, keeping the birds at a fixed 8 hours of daylight, sunrise and sunset, set at the last day of that mode. One additional useful mode for some people, some breeders, some scenarios, is the automatic mode. By telling the system the GPS coordinates of your location and the time zone that you're in, the system will automatically calculate each and every day the natural sunrise and sunset for your specific location. Having said all of that, that is the features of the SunFlex24, but now we have the SunFlex24Plus. The SunFlex24Plus adds the addition of a temperature and humidity sensor. That feature is very important, especially at breeding time when the eggs are ready to hatch. You want to make sure that the humidity level is nice and high to keep that shell as soft as possible, so the birds will have a good opportunity to punch their way out of the shell and not die in the shell in the attempt of trying to escape. And that's the SunFlex24Plus. Additional feature of all the systems include power failure detection, whereby if the power is lost at any time during the day or night, upon power up, the system determines what is the appropriate mode for the lights to be in. Example, the lights went out at 10 o'clock in the morning. The lights came back on at 10:30 in the morning. The the system knows that the day lamp should be on because it's daylight time. Same scenario. The lights go out at 10 o'clock in the morning. However, the lights don't come on until 9 o'clock at night. It's past sunset. Therefore, the system does one of two things. If there is a night light level set, it turns the lamps to a night light level setting. If there is no night level set, the lamps remain off. Scenario 2. The lights go off. The power is lost at 11 o'clock at night. And the power is not restored until 3 o'clock in the morning. Again, if the night lights are on, the night lights will come back on. If there is no night light level set, the lights remain off. Same scenario, except that the power comes on at 10:15 in the morning. Well, it is now past sunrise. Therefore, the system does a quick sunrise, skips over the sunrise duration. However, it does an accelerated, simulated sunrise and turns the lamps back on. That, my friends, explains just about each and every one of the SunFlex features. Any additional questions, please email us at sales@sunflex24.com or visit our website, sunflex24.com. Look for us and like us on Facebook if you like, please. And you can always send us a tweet. Thank you very much. Appreciate your opportunity to explain it. And this, my friends, is the European version of the SunFlex24Plus. The only, well, two primary differences. The power supply is capable of 205 to 240 volts AC, and the frequency is 50 hertz. Same features, same setup, same scenario as available on the North America version. This is software WW 4.5. Thank you.